Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've talked about AI, we've talked about localization, we've talked about the terrible woke localizers that are infecting and plaguing anime and manga right now. But unfortunately for them, it looks like their time is slowly but surely going to come to an end. Why is that? Well, apparently Crunchyroll just recently triggered and had a whole meltdown from a whole bunch of woke localizers simply because they admitted that they were exploring, keyword exploring, the use of AI in order to do their job.
To work so hard, they don't have so little pastime. To work so hard.
Now, I gotta say, they should have did this much sooner, ladies and gentlemen, but also keep in mind, just because they're exploring the use of AI doesn't necessarily mean that they're gonna get rid of these woke localizers, because a lot of these companies out there, they love this stuff. They purposefully push the diversity, equity, and inclusion hiring practices. They push it because that's how they get their funding from ESG and everything like that. So let's get into this article, guys, from Fandom Pulse. But of course, before we do, if you are new here, just consider hitting that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it, and like the video to push us out into that YouTube algorithm. So it says Crunchyroll, a leading anime streaming platform, is venturing into the realm of generative AI to enhance its subtitling and closed captioning processes. In an interview with the Verge's Decoder podcast, Crunchyroll president Rahul Parini confirmed that the company is testing the use of generative AI to optimize its processes and enable it to release subtitles in more languages, which is good, closer to the Japanese release date of seasonal anime episodes. This technological exploration also extends to personalizing user experiences and discovering titles, with AI being tested in various workflows within the organization. Now, again, ladies and gentlemen, let's make it very clear. Okay, I want to be as clear as possible. They are very much going to use AI. It's only a matter of time. They're going to use AI to translate anime. They're going to use AI to translate manga. It's going to happen because, number one, it allows them to push out the content faster. So when it releases in Japan, they don't have to wait as long in order to translate stuff, and it could get it out into the US market faster, which would allow them to get more views, more money, etc., etc. But that doesn't mean they're going to get rid of these woke localizers, because I'll tell you why. They still need somebody to control and maintain the AI. They need someone, as for right now anyway, at least for the next few years until AI really gets good, they need someone to fact check the AI and make sure the spelling is correct and everything's correct. So you cannot trust these woke localizers, because chances are they are going to be the ones who are going to be kept around when everybody gets fired. They're going to be the ones who are going to be kept around to maintain what the AI is doing, and nothing will stop them from changing what some of the words are in the AI to whatever they may want to personally push. So it may be harder for them to get their job done, to get their self-insert done, but they're going to get it done. They're going to find a way to get it done because they need to. They absolutely, they have nothing else. These people cannot write their own stories, so they need to make sure they adopt someone else's story and change it so that they can push their own worldview. They're going to find a way, one way or another, at least for right now, until they're completely replaced by AI, and I mean completely. No human checking anything, and AI just runs it all. But I think it's too far gone from that right now. It says, while AI is not involved in the dubbing process at Crunchyroll, as their dubs are heavily localized adaptations, the company is exploring the use of generative AI to enhance personalization and discovery features for users. The potential of AI to create a more tailored and enjoyable experience is a key focus for Crunchyroll. However, the implementation of AI in anime subtitles may not be without its challenges. Generative AI is known to be prone to inaccuracies, which could potentially impact the final product. In October of 2023, Crunchyroll faced backlash when the first episode of the Yuzuki Family's Four Sons premiered with machine-translated English subtitles riddled with inaccurate translations and grammatical errors. As a result, the episode was removed from streaming. Well, here's the thing. Here's what's sad about all this, right? So for me, it's sad that we even have to rely on AI in the first place, right? We have to rely on AI for a couple of reasons. Number one, obviously it is faster, okay? There's no denying that AI, once it gets good, once it gets really good, it's going to be much faster than any human can translate. But what's sad to me is that we even had to get here in the first place. The reason why we got here is because of these terrible translations happening from these woke localizers. These companies, not only do they want to get out the product faster, but they also want to minimize, I should say, as much backlash as humanly possible. And if they can do so by using AI and blaming a computer for everything, it's a hell of a lot easier to blame a computer than it is to blame an activist trans person who's trying to trans every single character that they localize. So this is the problem And this is why we even need AI in the first place. And it's sad. We shouldn't be here. We shouldn't need AI. We should have people who love the product, who love anime, who love manga, and are able to separate their worldview and just do their fucking job, man. Why can't you just sit there and translate the goddamn text and do your fucking job? I don't know why it's so hard for these people. But again, when your life is literally nothing but activism, clearly you need to see it in everything. It says in other news, Crunchyroll has faced criticism following its decision to entirely absorb Funimation, a rival anime streaming service. After merging with Funimation 3 years ago, Crunchyroll raised prices and removed digital libraries from users, sparking widespread backlash. However, in response to the negative feedback, Crunchyroll is now working on compensating Funimation subscribers who have lost access to the digital libraries. There's nothing you could do to compensate them other than give them their actual library that they paid for. That's stupid. Like, I don't want your compensation. I want the stuff that I paid for. That's how it should be, right? Like, this is why digital media is so, like, it's a slippery slope. I'm telling you, I promise you, digital media and digital only is a slippery slope that a lot of people are trying to accept because they think it's a sign of the times, but they don't realize what that actually means on the full scope of things. They really don't. It says Crunchyroll President Rahul Parini addressed the situation, stating that the company is working hard to ensure affected customers receive appropriate value for their digital copies. This could involve providing access to a digital copy on other services or offering discounted access to Crunchyroll subscription service. Although formal plans have yet to be rolled out, Crunchyroll customer service is already receiving inquiries from affected users. As Crunchyroll navigates the integration of AI into its processes and addresses the fallout from merging with Funimation, the company continues to strive for growth and improvement in the anime streaming landscape. So ultimately, ladies and gentlemen, it's unfortunate because it looks like Crunchyroll is going to have a pretty damn big monopoly when it comes to anime and manga in the West. And unfortunately, that also comes with the fact that all this stuff is going to be currently translated by absolute Marxists. Like, they're going to be translated by people who have activism on their mind 24/7. They can't even sit down and enjoy a freaking anime without thinking about how they can make it trans, how they can make it gay, how they can talk about representation, how can they talk about diversity and inclusion, all this stuff. This is going to ruin a lot of anime for a lot of people that otherwise would have enjoyed it and who are seeking this content. I say it all the time. People are seeking Eastern content for a reason. They're looking for this stuff for a reason. And it's because the West is just dropping the ball on everything. Everything we are dropping the ball on. Movie, TV shows, video games now especially too. We're dropping the fucking ball and people are looking to the East to try to save them and their content and their media. Because if the East falls, then we're done, ladies and gentlemen. We honestly are done. And the independent scene that is currently rising up right now, that is currently making some pretty decent content, it maybe isn't there completely, but I mean, nothing was there at first, but it needs to get there. Slowly but surely, the independent scene will get there and will hopefully take over for the garbage that's currently coming out on the West, and hopefully the East doesn't fall along with it as well. So time will tell what ends up happening with Crunchyroll, but I think anybody that supports this nonsense, it's not going to look good. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, comment, and let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.
He'll be cleaning you up off the highway to work so hard. He'll be cleaning you up.